find your way back home.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. You can shoot it for the stars. Hey, Vijay.
Never sing like that again.
I'm never gonna sing like that again.
Okay. Dude, we have to start a show!
Oh crap, okay. First let's start off with the joke, okay? So I was talking to my friend's little girl yesterday, and she wanted to be a president. And both her parents were liberal Democrats, and I was like, whoa, this is pretty serious. So I asked her, if you were president, what's the first thing you would do? And she replied, I'd give food and houses to the homeless. And I was like, wow, what a good goal. But then she doesn't have to be president to do that stuff, right? So I told her, why don't you come over to my house, mow the grass, pull the weeds, and sweep my yard, and I'll pay you $50, and then I'll take you over to the grocery store where the homeless guy hangs out, and you can give him the $50 to use towards like a food or a new house. She thought for a few seconds because, she's only like 6 years old, and then she told me, why does the homeless guy come over and do the work for you and you can just pay him the $50? And I said, welcome to the Republican Party.
Well, hello there, subordinate pupils. Welcome to the Daisy Teacher Duo. My name is Vijay Seenivasa.
My name is Vuyruru.
Today we will be talking about Gandhi.
No, we are not going to be talking about Gandhi. Oh my god, today we're focusing on famous leaders in our country we currently live in, known as the USA. Today we will be talking about Thomas Jefferson, the USA's third president, also my man TJ.
Alright, fine, so where would you like to start?
Let's start with the election.
Don't you mean the revolution of 1800?
Yes, those two terms are interchangeable.
Well, yes. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams were battling for presidency. Because of the 3/5 clause, Thomas had the majority and won. But each of the representatives had kept one vote for Burr and one for Jefferson. Since they were tied, they had to go to the House of Representatives.
Hamilton did not like Thomas, but he also hated Burr. And, well, this was like two state militias going at each other and mobilized with district made.
So we've covered this election.
This also led to the 12th Amendment being passed.
Well, what do you know? That's my GPA in high school.
That's pretty good, Vijay. That's pretty good. That's great. The 12th Amendment stated that one vote went to the vice president and the president.
And let's move on to the other policies you believe in. One was to let youth stay there. So here's an example of it. Oh, well, we should do that!
Oh, Vijay, since I've slapped you, what are you gonna do now?
Slap you right back, you fool!
Well, Thomas Jefferson wouldn't do that. He believed that things could take their own course without interference.
Do I look like Thomas Jefferson?
I mean, not anymore. Put the hat back on.
Okay, fine. So this is like karma, right?
Are you trying to make another Gandhi reference?
Maybe. Moving on!
Hey, Vijay, you wanna go out for some whiskey?
Sure, it's much cheaper nowadays because Jefferson got rid of that stupid Whiskey Act. Basically added a tax onto alcoholic beverages because the nation was in debt at the time.
Fine, let's go get beer later then. I wanna get drunk anyways.
So you know about the Iran and Iraq wars?
Yeah.
I think they're really stupid.
Dude, shh! If the Popo were here, you would have been arrested for violating the Sedation Act.
Well, what is that?
It was basically an act that prohibited people from opposing the government, so you would be imprisoned or fined. It did expire on the last day of Adam's term, though.
Oh, fine. So what about the Secretary of Treasury?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that too. His name was Albert Gallatin. He was removed from the Senate and helped calm farmers during the Whiskey Rebellion, thanks to George Washington. What a loser. And now for a random rant. Dear turkeys, Benjamin Franklin wanted you to be a traditional bird, but I wanted you to be my traditional Thanksgiving dinner. Gobble gobble, guess who won? That's right, it's me, so never make fun of eagles ever again! Hey, freako. Nothing in it.
Sorry guys, we left! I mean, come on, we can't talk non-stop all day.
I know many of you are wondering, what the heck? I saw so many, facts left to finish, but don't worry. We're still here. We're gonna give you some facts, so write fast.
We have the rest of the facts coming right at you. Let's start with Marbury versus Madison.
Yes, it was a very controversial case. It invoked the judiciary branch and held its salaries an equal branch to others.
It occurred when Adams appointed a large number of justices of the peace to the D.C. courts.
Yes, then Thomas told the Secretary of State not to deliver them. However, one nominee, petitioned the Supreme Court about however they had the right to do that or not.
And then there's Black Napoleon, also known as Toussaint L'Ouverture.
Oh yes, him. He was one of the successful slave revolution guys. Right?
Yeah. Who here knows about the Louisiana Purchase?
Not me.
Well, it was when Napoleon sold all the land west of the Mississippi to America, and Thomas Jefferson bought it for approximately $15 million.
What do you know? That was my GPA in high school, so I didn't pass high school. You guys are all noobs. Okay.
Moving on, it occurred on April 30th, 1803.
In 1812, however, Louisiana entered the 18th state into the Union.
Vermont was the 14th state.
Kentucky was the 15th state. Good fried chicken.
Tennessee was the 16th state. You're the only 10 I see.
That's a good pickup line. This chick still hate you. And finally, Ohio was the 17th state.
And there was also the Tripoli Wars.
Oh yes, those are when the barbarian pirates started invading the U.S.
Yep. These pirates were based in the Barbary Islands and kept capturing American ships.
They began to try and negotiate, but the pirates kept capturing ships and demanded ransoms.
Jefferson didn't want to pay the ransom because he believed that it would lead to further demands and argued the best way to get rid of them was to wage war. When Jefferson refused to pay the ransom to the pirates, the leader in charge of Tripoli declared war on the United States of America.
A small fleet of frigates was sent in Algiers and Tunis to break their alliance with Tripoli. The war was later won.
Yo man TJ passed the Embargo Act as well, which prevented American ships from trading in foreign ports.
Man, it must have sucked to be a merchant at that time.
Yes, true.
And the last thing we want to talk about before we go is the Non-Intercourse Act of 1809, because I mean, guys, we can't talk all day, right?
So back to your original point.
Oh yeah, so that banned all trading between American ships and France and Great Britain. Bummer.
And we almost forgot that France was having Napoleonic Wars at that time.
Well, that's finally over. Well, goodbye, people. Thanks for watching Two Nerds with GPAs higher than yours. I will talk about Thomas Jefferson.
And let's finish with the joke. If con is the opposite of pro, then is Congress the opposite of progress?
Oh!